Welcome back to the Titanium Hanger. This is Mike, and today I want to talk to you about the Ghost Jaga. Yes, I have had this since the first release, and I never opened it because, well, I've got another Jaga on the shelf. And instantly they were just selling for stupid amounts of money, and I was afraid to open mine and ruin the value. I was like, I'm 100% sure we're going to get it reissued. And then when we started, see, that came out kind of right around the time this whole deluxe stuff started, and I was like, this would be the perfect opportunity for a deluxe. You know, you get it out there, mainstream, leave all the other accessories out. Well, they left out a pretty important accessory, and I didn't even know this. I didn't know this. I've been looking at this so hard for all this time, and I missed the main accessory they left out to hit the $35 price point, $37 price point at Target. Yeah, right now you can only get at Target, and we're going to look at these, and I'm going to tell you that one piece that I didn't even know about till 5 minutes ago. Coming up. Having these here, looking at them all side by side, I've already thoroughly analyzed the first one with pictures online to this one. And they look exactly the same. And I was like, oh, maybe it's a little bit darker. But when we get to looking at this guy, he's lighter out of it than he is even in the package. And this has all plastic around it. So I am convinced 100% they're made exactly the same. Now, it's possible I could be wrong, but the actual base figure and everything along that line is exactly the same, which is good, which is really good. So for $37, you get a Jaga with a sword, and he's missing that one accessory. Now, in the early days, like when these came out, you would order this one, which they had the slipcover on them still. I don't care that they removed the slipcover, but you know, mine's still sealed with the plastic and all that, so I'm going to keep it that way. And I even went as far as I still have the shipper box. So yeah, the original one, this is what they shipped it to me in, quantity of 2. I only have 1 now. And it's the Super 7 exclusive. And this is where it gets into an issue, though. Of course, it's an exclusive. Now, whenever companies make exclusives, they can reissue that same exact product like they did just now, but it's going to have different packaging. So then we got to what was known as, in the circles, as the UK exclusive. And I didn't pony up the UK price or whatever for it. I was tempted to, but I knew if they did another run, and some of it hit the UK, it's eventually going to come to the USA. And it did. And here's the thing. Original price was $55. Then this one was $65. And you can still get it on BBTS right now for $65. But it'll have all the accessories, all that kind of stuff. The boxes are different, as you can see. It's just different boxes and stuff. Now, then they come out with this dude in the back. Now, this guy's at Target and probably will be like all the other deluxes. Target's kind of got that first 3 months, and then it shows up wherever. You know, Entertainment Earth, maybe a toy store. I can't even list to you all the places you can get deluxe from, and they're fairly easy and reasonable to get. Now, that's a good business strategy for Super 7 to get their product out where you can get it on the shelf. A normie can walk by, and this is a good normie figure. Like, oh, look at this Ghost Jaga. That's how I remembered them. And it was really odd, too, because when they came out with the first Jaga, it was not Ghost Jaga. It's Ghost Jaga in the cartoon, and it's supposed to be a cartoon line, very generic background, which saves them so art. Hey, they don't even have to use AI for art because I hate AI. But with this, you got all these people just coming out here getting this going. That's what I saw in the cartoon. Most of the time it was in the cartoon. We'll look at the figure here in just a second. And that makes sense to have it retail. They're not on the shelves yet that I've seen in anybody's videos saying they've seen them on the shelf. But I got these in the mail, and that means that they'll start showing up at stores pretty soon, in my opinion. Now, I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. Now, if you make YouTube videos and you open your stuff off camera, like I just did, you're not making a video about stuff and you open it, then it's like you didn't even open it. It didn't even really happen? Did it really happen? Did Mike really open a ghost Jaga? Because I didn't see a video about it. Well, it's really strange because the cape goes through like just this tiny little opening, and the cape feels like fruit roll-up and looks like a fruit roll-up. I mean, what flavor of fruit roll-up would that be? I don't know. Would it be like a It's not dark enough to be grape. I don't know. It's not. I have no idea what color flavor that would be, but I ended up cutting it all the way down the center to get it out so that the cape wouldn't rip. I'd rather the plastic on the packaging, the generic packaging, would rip versus this fruit roll-up looking of a cape. But man, now that he's out of here, I am so impressed with how good he looks. Very good looking figure, but still missing that one accessory that we'll talk about. Yeah, I'm still going to leave these other figures in the back, just nice fun background stuff to look at, but it's going to have a little bit of a glare. That's the downside to packaging stuff in the background, which people have complained about in the past, so I am mindful of that, but I still like looking at all of them as we do this. There's a quick spin, and yeah, he looks very Jaga-ish. Very Thunderian. What a Thunderian soldier from back in the day. And Grandpa Thunderian. Let's get a good look at his face. That's a nice looking face. The paint, there's a lot of paint apps to it. So he is fully transparent plastic, but good paint apps all over. And that's one of the things I was told that this line's not going to have very, very much with the paint apps. But I mean, it's just the head, the wrists, got paint apps, and that's about it. So there's not a ton of it. And the downside to this is you do see the hardware, as you can see, like the inside of the elbow. But on the outside of the elbow, I guess you see it too, but it doesn't look as bad on the outside as it does on the inside. It's just you can see what appears to be a ratcheting system to it, which I don't know, maybe it's not ratcheting. It looks like it has a ratcheting system to it. And it's kind of fun, kind of cool, good looking, clear plastic dude. I remember this being a pain, connecting this to this. Kind of have to do it, squeeze it together. And I will say I didn't rip my fruit roll-up cape. Looks like it's got something from the factory, some oils on it or something to keep it from drying out, I guess. You don't want your fruit roll cape to dry out. I don't want it to dry out either, so there's that. There's some, that's not paint, that's just where that comes together. And just kind of looking at this clear stuff. So this down here is painted, or it's frosted over or something, but it's got to have some sort of level of paint to it, some differentiation. And then he's got his singlet going on. So yeah, pretty much what you expect with them. I'm not going to go through articulation because I don't think we should have to. His one accessory is a sword, and I guess it's just supposed to be clear, but it looks just like glow in the dark. So I'm going to test it here in a second, and we'll supercharge it and then see if it glows. But it's a nice looking Sword of Omens, and it's got some different coloration to it. It looks different than the other ones. So you want him standing there with his sword looking different. And a lot of people complain, oh, I got a lot of claw shields. Oh, I got a lot of swords of Omen, and oh, I got a lot of the same thing. But if you didn't get all that, you'd complain you didn't get it. So it is nice though when particular releases get something that other ones don't, like Pumra, not Pumira, but Pumra. Am I right with that one? The one that came with a claw shield that you put over a closed hand. That's how a claw shield should be, in my opinion. Over the closed hand, or over a hand, not swap and pop, pop and swap, pop and swap. Just got through testing it. Sword does not glow in the dark, even though it looks like it should. Weird. All right, we are going to do a little bit of comparison time, and we're going to compare him to the first Jaga, or for those of you who prefer it, Yoga. Yoga. I'm funny. I would like, so what you see is I have this claw hand that's on him. I would have liked a left claw hand in this release. And then when we get to the last comparison, the piece that's missing that I would like, and you look at regular Jaga, they have everything's the same. Their wrists, paint and stuff it's very similar of a paint job. You know, number of paint hits, not the same colors, and the looks like a slightly different red on the symbol there, which I don't know if you can. No, it's off. Mine's off centered. Mine is off centered. It's good on this one and not on that one. It's off centered on all of them. So I got another one over there. And then on the side here, the wrists are the same, and they do have the same sort of paint hits down here, which I assume that's a paint hit, not just frost. Was it? Maybe it is just frosted or something, but it's something that they had to do to it. Now looking at it, the chest looks like it's got some frosting kind of paint hit to it. Also in the face, it looks like he's got more detail in the eyes on the regular Jaga, but I can't really 100% tell what they got going on here with the clear one. So still overall, this is why I didn't have to jump on getting the clear one, but the clear one's the one that most people would want the most, because that's what's in the show the most. If you're making a show accurate figure, clear is, let's just be clear. It should have been clear. And here is comparison to Chitara, which I'm not sure. I can't even tell the difference. Is that the toy version or the regular? I'm not really sure. But this is toy version, but deluxe toy version of Lino. So that's how that looks. Looks pretty good. And then I'm just gonna bring in like another figure just for fun. I've been messing with them lately. When these things sell out, they sell out. But this is one of those that he was the same price as the rest of them. I don't think he was extra. I don't remember if I paid extra or not. But look how much bigger Rotaro is than all these. And I think he was 55, yeah. And it's one of those things where, well, we offer this guy for 55, he's bigger. Then Snarf was smaller, so it offset it in that way, I think is kind of the reasoning with that. And now that some of these are selling out, like Hachiman, Rotaro, there's a few others, I don't think that they're mainstream enough to be in the deluxe. So they'd have to just get a straight-on reissue, but I don't think they're popular enough to get a full-on reissue. So I think we're getting to that phase in collecting where some of these figures are going to sell and they're not going to get a reissue. And it sucks, but he's been out for, what, 2 years? Hey, if y'all want me to make a video about that, like a whole video about that, I certainly can. Now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty, the brass tacks, shall I say. And I want to say that everything does look darker. It almost looks like his chest has a little more paint or frost on it. About the same, maybe a little bit more down there. So this one might have a little frostier frost to it. But then again, it looks different once you pull it out of the package. And that's really the only difference in it. I say that the straps, the web gear-ish, the singlet and the cape and all that, that looks darker. But it also looks darker on the deluxe packaging, so once you get it out, it looks a little different. And that's what a lot of people say about all this stuff. Once you pull it out, it looks different. The biggest difference is this guy doesn't have a belt. And as you saw with the other regular Jaga, he didn't have a belt either. So this is copying the regular Jaga, not adding the belt. So no belt, and I didn't even know that. Maybe somewhere along the way someone said it and I mentioned it, and I was like, who cares about a belt? But now I'd like to have the belt. Well, I do technically have the belt because I've got this one, but I haven't opened them. And it's one of those things that I like to have one sealed and one in the package on everything that I have, but like one sealed in the package and one loose if I open it, or just keep one sealed. But so I know for a fact this one's got a belt. The one back here, he has a belt also. So that's the missing one. It would be nice to get a belt, but now it's like, it's almost as if that, 3 cents for a belt would not have really affected the price point, but it's proven a point. Like, you better buy the $65 Ultimate, or you're just going to have to get by with the $37 one. I'm still okay, because that's going to be my Jaga. My Ghost Jaga. Now I want to hear what everybody else has to say about this Ghost Jaga, the deluxe version. Are you happy that they're putting it out for $37? Does the belt bother you? The fact it doesn't have a belt, does that bother you at all? Does the lack of having an opened claw hand bother you at all? Does any of that bother you? Are you happy with the fact they're doing this? Are you passing because you already have one? And are you one of the people that paid like $300 or $400 for the original release? And how does this make you feel? I mean, it's reality. We live in reality. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Have a good Saturday. Take care. Out.